Hi everyone, it's Mega Makeup 20 here. So today I am doing a video. I'm gonna name it my back to school makeup starter kit. If you're not going, if you already have makeup and you're just needing some tips here and there, then maybe this video could be helpful to you. If I'm just looking straight at the camera and I'm not looking at you, it's because I have the camera actually this way this time, like my iPod. I have it laying down like this, and it's weird for me, but I want to see which one looks best on my YouTube, when I upload it, because usually I film like this, but I'm going to try to film like this today. So hopefully that don't irritate you guys, because it doesn't even look like I'm looking at you guys, so that's kind of weird. But in this makeup starter kit, I don't have any brushes. The brushes I do recommend are e.l.f. All my brushes are from e.l.f. I definitely recommend them. So, yeah, if you guys want to see my favorite makeup brushes, then just please comment down below, and maybe I can help you guys with that video as well. But let's just get started. If you're barely starting out doing makeup, I would not recommend a foundation if you don't need it. If you have acne problems, then maybe you do want to go with a tinted moisturizer or a foundation. But this is the e.l.f. tinted moisturizer SPF of 20, and it's really good. It's kind of like a light to medium coverage, and it's more coverage than a regular tinted moisturizer, and this is only $3. I definitely recommend this. You can pick it up at Target, or I know one of my local Walmarts, they sell e.l.f., so it's really amazing. So maybe even check your Walmart. And if you have normal to oily skin, I would definitely recommend setting it with a powder. See, this was the Maybelline powder, but all the writing got off because it's really old and it's lasted me forever. And it's the Maybelline Shiny Free Loose powder, and this is in light 01. It's kind of too light for me right now since I did get darker over summer. So in the winter, this is definitely good to wear, but don't put on too much because it can look cakey. And this is only if you're normal to oily skin, and this definitely helps your foundation stay in place all day. And I think this is around $5 at the drugstore, and the tinted moisturizer is around $3. Now if you have acne, scarring, a very good concealer I definitely recommend is the Essence Forget It 3-in-1 concealer, and this is from Ulta. Looks like this, and I love this product because if you're new to this, it definitely gives you for what it says what the green is for, it blocks out redness. What the brown is for, it covers up acne, scarring, any scarring you have, and the pink is to get it around the bags around your eyes and stuff like that. It's really good. I love this this concealer definitely is a medium coverage concealer. You could definitely build it up to a full coverage concealer. You don't get a lot of product, but you do get 3 colors, and you do get some product, you just don't get a lot like most, but that's definitely okay. And this was around $2.49. Very, very cheap, and it's very, very worth it. You get this at Ulta. I don't know if I already told you guys that. What should I start next with? Eye primers. I have a high-end eye primer and a more lower-end eye primer. The higher-end eye primer is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, and this is in Greed. It's a goldy one, but I put this over any color, and it's really good. Looks like this. Now, these are around $18 at Sephora. I'm about to sneeze, and I can't edit this out. Whew. Sorry. These are around $18 at Sephora, and they're really good. These are definitely the best, I think, my personal opinion, eye primer on the market. They are more expensive, but it's definitely worth it. This one, I bet you, is going to last me forever. You only need a pinch amount of size to go all over your eye. Your eyeshadow will not crease. It will stay in place all day with this eye primer. I would not recommend just wearing a eyeshadow. I would definitely recommend wearing a eye primer then the eyeshadow. Like the, eyelid primers. I would definitely recommend this one. This is my favorite one. I want to get the they don't make the tubes like this anymore. These are the vintage ones, but they have squeezy ones now that you can get all the product out, because people were complaining that you can't get all the product out of these. But I definitely do love the Urban Decay eye primer potions. At Sephora, I think they're around $18 to $20. They're definitely worth it though. And now if you can't afford that one, I would definitely recommend the e.l.f. eyelid primer. It looks like this. Now this is a way cheaper alternative. This is only $1 and you could get this at Target or on eyeslipsface.com, or I know my local Walmarts even sell these. And it looks like this. And what I like to do with this, since it's not like a full coverage eye primer, because this can be oily, is I put a coat on, I let that dry, and then I put another coat on. So I put 2 coats on and it lasts all day. And it does not crease and your eyeshadow stays in place all day and it doesn't smudge anything. So if you're getting the e.l.f. eyelid primer, it's only $1 to $18. So whichever one you afford, I would pick up. This one is just as, it's not just as good as this, but this is a cheaper alternative and I definitely do recommend this on days that I'm just like maybe running out to Walmart or something not so fancy. I definitely use this over this because it is very expensive and I just don't have $18 to go out and buy a new one. So I do definitely wear this. I just put 2 coats on and it's amazing and I think it's definitely worth it. If you guys want to see maybe like a review compared to these two, I could definitely help you guys out on that. Just write down in the comments down below. On to eyeshadows. I got one eyeshadow palette, but just go to the drugstore and look around and see what colors you like. I am definitely more like a natural girl, like the browns, but I've been going out of my box lately and doing some colors. But this is the Maybelline, I think it's like maybe I'll call it a palette or a trio, I don't know. It's the 10 and it's Sunbaked Naturals. Looks like this, and you get 8 colors. Yeah, wait, 2, 4, yeah, you get 8 colors. 8, yeah, hold on, I just wanted to make sure. I don't want to tell you guys wrong and you guys like laugh or something. And they're all very pigmented. As you guys see, I use this color the most. That is my favorite color out of this whole like palette. These colors are all very amazing. They're all pigmented. I use these 2 the most. As you see, there's like dents in them. I'm definitely, this is around $9. It's so worth it though. It's like $8 to $9. It depends on what drugstore you go to. All the colors are so pigmented and so worth it. And they're not real like powdery. And I don't know if that makes sense. Like they are a powdered eyeshadow, but like they're so worth it. And I'll swatch my favorite one. That's my favorite one. It's like a goldie. They're all very worth it. I just swatched these 4 in a row. These are the 4 I use constantly and my legs are going numb. Oh, it feels funny. Okay, and that's the swatches on my hands. I just barely pushed my fingers down in them. So they're all very worth it, $9. This is my favorite quad palette from the drugstore. I definitely recommend this. Again, it can be a little pricier, but you do get 8 colors and you do get quite a amount of product. I got this at Christmas in my stocking. So I've had this for almost a year and maybe a couple months to a year, like 8 months. I don't know, I don't do math really good in my head, but I've had this for a long time. I used to use this like every single day, and then I started getting more eyeshadows. Now I have a lot of eyeshadows personally. That's what I think, and I just don't use this one a lot, but I do definitely recommend this one. I will always go back to this one, and even when I go on vacation, this is the only palette I take, and it's so beautiful and I love it to death. So I definitely do recommend that one. But if you don't like just bronze and you want to go bold, then, you know, just go look around at the drugstore. And I do prefer the Maybelline eyeshadows out of any of the other ones, but, you know, like I said, this is my personal opinion. I will go to, what is it? Mascara. This is my favorite mascara by far. It's the Maybelline XXL Pro Volume, and it's in waterproof. And number 1, it says right here 1, you get an eye primer, and I bent the wand so I could get all the product around the edges, because usually the wand was straight, but you don't get all the product out of the edges. And then number 2 is actually dried up, the black side. I use that side all the time, so it's like it's gone. And I love this. This is around, I keep on saying I love this, hopefully that doesn't irritate you guys. This is around maybe $8 or $9. I'm not for sure. I do think it's $8. It's kind of pricier for a drugstore for mascara, but it's not really that pricier, if you guys kind of understand what I'm saying. I definitely do recommend this one. I actually need to go out and buy a new one for back to school. I use this every day when I was in my freshman year. I was going to say my sophomore year, and I haven't started my sophomore year. This one makes your eyelashes look like spider-like. Very full, very thick. It is waterproof, so if you know, go maybe to a water park or whatever you do for school, it will stay all day. This is very good. I definitely love the primer side as well. I like to do 2 coats of the primer and then 2 coats of the black, and my eyes just look so big, and it kind of gives like the clumpy effect. So if you want to go more natural, I recommend the e.l.f. Original Waterproof Mascara Duo, and it looks like this. The waterproof side is my favorite side. It's not like runny. I actually ran out of it, but this is what the brush looks like. And now this one is more natural effect. Once I got this, I did switch out between these two, back and forth, back and forth. When I wanted more a softer eye look, I would definitely use this one. Just put 2 coats on and it looks good, and you can tell you're wearing mascara, but not so dramatic like this one. If you're not into the dramatic look, I would not recommend this one. If you're more into the natural look, I would recommend this one. This one is $8, $9. This one is $1. So whichever one maybe you can afford, I would definitely recommend these two. On to bronzers. The only bronzer I would recommend to you guys, or you might not even need a bronzer. I think bronzer, especially in the winter, is when I like to wear it more. Is when you just want your face to look glowing, maybe more like tan, just stuff like that. But this one is very like a natural bronzer. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's not so like pigmented, I guess you could say. It's the New York City Smooth Skin's bronzing face powder. It just looks like this, and this is in 728 Sunny, and it just gets a mirror, so I'm going to flip that upside down. This is what the bronzer looks like. This is around $3. It was actually like $2.97. That's how light the bronzer is. If you don't know what you do with bronzer, you just put it in the hollow point of your cheek right there, and then I put some on my temples. Again, I don't wear bronzer a lot. I wear this mostly in the winter. You don't need a bronzer if you don't want it, especially since like you're new at makeup. I didn't get into bronzer when I very first started doing makeup, so you know, this is optional, definitely optional, I personally believe. So now some other people that use bronzer every single day, they won't say this is like optional. They would say maybe that you do need it every day, but my personal opinion is you don't need it every day if you don't want it, because I know I don't use it every day. And that is around, like I said, $3. I got that one from Target. Now on to blush. I have 2 options. I have one that you will need to use with a brush, and I have one that you won't need to use with a brush. This one is the e.l.f. blush, and this is in Candied Coral. It's just a nice peachy. As you see, I ran out of it. I need to go buy a new one. This is $3 at Target. It's nice and peachy. I love it. Use it every single day. So it's definitely worth the money. The next thing is a New York City blush cream stick, and they actually discontinued these, but you could randomly find these at your local like Dollar Trees or anything like that. And it looks like this, and this is $1, and that other blush was $3. I just showed you guys. Just put this on and blend it out with your fingers, and you are good to go. I definitely recommend those 2 blushes as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's going to be 14 minutes long. I don't even know if I'll be able to upload this. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful day. Bye.